How's it going, everybody? It's your man, The Legend, here to help you get paid this Saturday. That's right, fights are coming down all the way from London, London town. That's right. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about this. This one of the fights on this card when it got canceled. They couldn't make weight. That's the very first fight of the card. But we've got a lot more that we're gonna talk about. In fact, we've got eight. Yep, we got eight fights that we feel are not going to finish. So we're going to go over the card. I'm going to highlight those eight that I feel that are not going to finish with this cool emblem. So when you see that during the fight that I'm talking about, just add that to your list of the eight, and then we'll go over them again at the end. All right. So again, this fight does come to us from London. It's a UFC event. It starts at 1, I believe, Eastern Standard Time, so it's an earlier one than normal. Normally they start at 5. So first fight of the card is going to be Dyer versus Oliveira. Um, I'm going to go with Dyer on this one. At first, was going to go with Oliveira only because I felt like she was ready. But just looking at some more tape, talking to a couple people. Shout out to my friends over at Bros Talk MMA. Ray Bucks put me on this one. Kind of swayed me a little bit. But yeah, we're going to go with Dyer. Um, Next fight, that's going to be the first of our 8 of fights not to finish. So, yeah, we're going to go with Rock by sub over Al Sawadi. Yeah. So, this next block of fights are going to be highlighted. So, these 4 next fights we're going to go over, I feel are not going to finish. They're not going to make the distance. They're going to completely excite the crowd and get the card going. And yeah, so kind of like this is, when you have the DJ come in and pump the crowd up before the main thing. Yeah. So we got Sutherland versus Perriak. I'm taking Perriak not to finish by KO. Yep. So next we've got Tricoli versus Kondrativius. Yeah, Kondrativius is gonna. I can't. Mr. KO. That's what I'm gonna call him. Yeah, KO King, because he's gonna knock Tricoli out. Tricoli's got a glass jaw. He's lost 3 consecutive fights. It's not going well for him. And at first, I thought that he'd be able to last this one, and I thought that he'd be able to out. But man, conjunctivitis or conjunctivitis or KO King, he's he's gonna knock this dude out, man. He's ready. He's coming in. He's hungry. He's got hands full of dynamite, and this is gonna go down. So yeah, it's over for him by KO. And next we got Pinto versus Franco. I'm taking Pinto not to finish. Uh, yeah, it's over. He's gonna knock this dude out. Now the thing about this one, now I could be wrong. Pinto could get knocked out by Franco. He could. But the way we fight, the way we bet these, the way we pick these is it's not to finish. So whether Pinto gets surprised and finished by Franco and by KO, I mean they're both big dudes. When you guys see them walk out, they are big dudes. And I think Franco's probably upset that he lost his last fight and he's gonna come in hungry. He figured it a whole fight camp, not to lose. He came in ready to, make up for that loss. So these guys are gonna come in ready to just scrap. So I agree. This is not to finish. So let's go over real quick those first 4 that we just covered. We've got Rock versus Al Sawadi, not to finish. We got Sutherland versus Pericic, not to finish. We've got Tricoli versus Conjunctivius, not to finish. And then this next one, Pinto versus Franco, not to finish. So those 4 right there, we're going to go ahead and put not to finish with that sign. So if you want to go ahead and just block that or just chunk that out for these prelims, that would be a smart idea. And then separate the other 4 that we're going to talk about later. They're going to come later on the card on the main event. So the next fight we have on this card is Wood versus Kita. He's known as the Black Panther. Well, if he's the Black Panther, you're gonna have to call Wood instead of the Last Kingsman. You're gonna have to call him T'Challa, because that's what he's gonna do to him, man. I feel like Kita's fresh. He is electric. If you look at his last couple of fights, he finishes, man. He comes in and he knows how to work the cage well. He's got very, very fast strikes. But there's just something to be said about being a proven UFC fighter, especially for Wood, who's he's not the largest fighter, but he's won fights. He's fought other fighters that have come in thinking the same thing. I want to crush this guy, and they haven't. So yeah, given the seasoned vet on this one for Wood. All right, next up we got Jones versus Sola. Again, that's going to be a not to finish fight. It's going to be a close fight though. This one I was kind of torn on. Both these guys, same frame, 6'1", close in age. But I don't know, man. Something about Sola. I feel like very similar to this the Leadze and Duncan fight that's going to be coming up later in the card. I feel like they're very evenly matched, and this could be a fight that does not finish either one way or the other. Sola he finishes his fights. Jones again, he's no slouch. So I do feel like this fight is probably not going to go the distance. Um, Moving on next, we got Campbell versus Silva. Uh, I I'm taking Silva in this one. I took Sola in the room in the one previous. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. I'm taking Jones and uh, for the Jones versus Sola fight. I'm taking it not to finish. Jones could knock him out, but uh, I'm taking Sola. Next one, we got Campbell versus Silva. I don't want to take Silva, but I just have a feeling that he will cockroach this guy. I feel like Campbell's going to come in and Silva might level change on him. Silva might. I mean, again, Silva is not the Hulk. Silva comes in, he plays his game, he does his fight plan, and it works for him. It does. And I think it'll work for him this time. I think he'll be able to outlast Campbell, and that's why I'm taking Silva. But for me, it's going to be a mad fight. Um, you know, I think I think the Silva Campbell fight is sandwiched in between the Jones and the Dolidze fight because those are going to be great fights. So coming up next, we got Dolidze and Leroy Duncan. That one is going to be a nice fight. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if that one doesn't make it to this finish, but I'm not. I mm-mm, I'm not touching that one. Again, they're both really great fighters. They know how to fight. Um, they know how to last. They know how to make it all the way to a decision. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody got knocked out, especially if it was Duncan doing a knocking out, or if he got caught by Delize. Because again, they're both coming off wins. It's yeah. For that one, I'm not touching that one. That one's too close for me. This next fight, not close at all. We got Aaron Lane and Barowinski.
Finish him.
Yep. So he's fresh, he's young by at least 7 years. He's gonna KO Lane. Lane is a company man. He goes out. Excuse me, sorry. Uh, Lane, bro, he puts on a good show. He moves around. He's a big guy, kind of big for nothing though. I mean, especially when you saw him do the walkout. Yeah, Lane's got him by a good couple inches, maybe like 5, 6 inches, but still, Barowinski's gonna knock this tree down, man. He's gonna chop this tree down. And then I mean not Leroy, but Austin Lane's gonna be like how Austin Lane's been on the last couple fights in the in the supine position. Check it out. Yeah, that's how he's been the last couple fights. Um, so, anyways, that one's gonna get not to finish. And then next up, we got Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. Okay, so I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like these next from pretty much, man, yeah, pretty much this is a great card, guys. This is a really, really great card. Pretty much from I want to say from that Jones fight down. I mean, and then you think about it from the Wood fight up, like the whole card. I'm glad they started at 1 o'clock. That way I'm not gonna fall asleep for the main event. But yeah, this would be exciting. It'll take up most of your Saturday. Yeah, do your chores early, y'all. Do your chores early because this is gonna be a good card. But anyways, that leads me back to this Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson fight, bro. These dudes are electric, both of them. Michael Venom Page, yeah, he's 9 years older than Sam Patterson, but Sam Patterson is hungry. I, Someone's getting hurt. Someone's either getting subbed, someone's getting tapped out, I'm sorry, tapped out, so the same thing. Someone's getting knocked out. Um, I would caution if it goes deep into the second round, possibly the third round, you might want to try to cash that out. But I don't know, man. I don't. Someone's getting hurt. They're just too explosive. The both of them, Michael Venom Page, and they're fighting for a home crowd. They're in London town. Yeah, they're in London, man. So they're gonna be riding that wave. They want to show their countrymen what's going on. Fight a good. It's gonna be yeah. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be nice. So yeah, someone's going out now. And then next up, we got Luke Riley versus Aswell Jr. Yeah, somebody ain't gonna feel like their last name. That's right. Luke Riley's gonna knock this dude out. You can take that one to the bank right there. That's a back to Brinks truck up. It's happening. But someone's not going to finish this fight. Again, if Aswell turns around and hits him with a counter and catches him out of nowhere or sleeps him, whatever, not going to finish. So, and that's the beauty about these 8 that we just covered. These eight. You call them Magnificent Eight. I don't know what you want to call them, but these 8, the Great 8. There you go. The Great 8 that have not to finish fights. We're going to go over one more time. Finish them. So we got Rock versus Al Sawadi. We got Sutherland versus Parachik. We got Tricoli versus Captain KO because I can't say his name. We got Pinto versus Franco. We got Jones versus Sola. We got Barensky versus Austin Lane. Oof, that's for sure. MVP versus Patterson. Riley versus Aswell. That's right there. That's all. That's all 8. So yeah, it's gonna be a great fight, y'all. I think it's gonna be awesome. You're probably wondering why I'm all caned out, especially for a fight, bro. Hurricanes took it to 'em last night. Everybody was hating on the Hurricanes, talking about, oh, how you guys gonna play against Missouri? It's almost a home game for Missouri, and they were favored. Hurricanes blew them boys out. All right. Also, talking about blowing people out, winning, getting that W. I want to give a big shout out to my kickball team on their first round W. That's right. They were really, really. The odds were stacked. It was like that movie 300, man. I had the
Sparta!
Spartans right there ready to go, and then you just see this whole army of just dudes and chicks and just everybody was coming to battle us on the kickball field, and they made it happen. So props to them. Congrats. That's what's up. Um, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If this is your first time checking me out for this, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. We did pretty well last week, man. We went 13. I'm sorry, I went 12 for 14 on the card. Um, it went well. I went half for half on the not to finish fight. So I don't think I'm gonna hit over 70. I'm sure, bro. I'm hitting, honey. That's it on this one. All 8 of these. Take them to the bank. Let's go. Until next time. Legend out.